stories here never have a happy ending.
More energy to actually go explore, so I might as well also just continue.
To survive hardship, you must prepare for hardship.
So yeah, we're gonna continue. Just explore with me and see my struggles in opening. So
It needs a more romantic touch.
Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her after drinking that thing. Didn't you just drink a lot?
Vache!
Ah!
Yes, that's it. So you heard it too.
Vinier, it's me!
Vache?
I'm here.
Hey, wait!
Is he in the...
Vinier, is that you?
Vache? Why did you come? You...
It's been more than 20 years. I've suffered for over all this time. Only the thought of bringing you back has kept me alive. I must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get the chance to tell you all of my feelings? Vinier, you are my everything. I really don't know how I could live without you.
But Vache, if you ask me, this world would be better off without you. If not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney one day.
Hey, yo, you could have been a great person from Lyney, yeah, but it wouldn't even start. This wouldn't even have started if the Lyney trial wouldn't have started if you were just like, I don't know. This gives me Obito vibes because Obito straight up started a whole war, right? I'm not the proof. This is just what I remember from people telling me. Started a whole freaking war because a girl like someone else or she died.
If not for you, I would have continued to pursue my love of the arts, and my works would have been displayed in the Palais. If not for you, I would at least have been able to take care of my mother. And she would not have grown old and died alone, with nothing but the tears on her cheeks.
This reminds me of the Danganronpa execution of V3 Kurekiko or something like that. He thought, oh, you're getting killed, right? But then he saw his freaking sister, his dead sister, and he's like, oh my god, I'm gonna be with you now. But then she straight up kills him, exorcises him with Monokuma, and he's kind of like forever gone while she's still alive in Ghost Spawn.
It's all because of your selfishness, Vache. It's all because of you.
But that doesn't make sense because you accidentally touched it. You feel me? You accidentally touched it, but it's probably because he was an adventurer and trying to adventure things, and you probably weren't a adventurer because you said you were going into law school instead of venturing, so he probably dragged you to that place. So, never mind.
Wait.
You're right. I am not Vinier. I am the sacrifices.
Oh, it's everyone in one.
Every woman who died by your hand. As our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back to the Our thoughts circulated endlessly within the primordial sea. And we were no longer individuals. But we became one. Just as streams of water. I'm Cressy. I'm Lemony. I'm Azine. The only one I am not is Vinier.
Dang.
Why? But then...
She doesn't want to see you anymore. Every tendril of her consciousness is avoiding you. This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. You said time and time again that you'd do any and everything. But did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the things that you did? If she would despise you for what you became?
So they tricked us. But good on them because he needs...
You are a liar. a heartless... The only thing you are not is Vigniere's beloved. From the moment your first victim died and her consciousness merged with Vigniere's, she has had nothing but pure hatred for you.
No! Yeah!
You still don't understand. When I said don't look for me, that came from the real Vigniere. She really doesn't want to see you anymore. But on top of that, she also said that because it's her final drop of... She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no mercy to you.
Oh my god, that gave me a chill. That gave me a chill.
Vache.
Vache? Vache. Vache. Vache.
Oh.
Vache.
This is fire, bro.
Drown.
Well, he's gone. GG, no re. Find it. What? I couldn't even. Dang, we just left him die. Okay, cool. He said, "Well, that's your fault. Don't you dare time me out again, or I will cry." Well, not always. This is not a good ending. I want a refund. I hate this. I miss Child. Where's Child?
Finally, we have some time to do shopping.
I don't want to shop.
It's really been a long time since we've been able to relax.
Huh. Well met, partner. I knew something great was going to happen when I woke up in such a good mood today.
Friend?
Even this weather can't put a damper on the demoiselle's mood.
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Oh my god, hi, Silver.
Oh, hey, Navia! It's been a few days. Paimon's already started to miss you.
Child has been in jail for 7 days. I can't do this anymore.
Oh, now that I believe. I'm easy to work with and always bring home the bacon. Who wouldn't treasure having a partner like me?
Sounds like you're really enjoying life these days, Navia.
It's just been one thing after the other.
Navia.
I've been making non-stop trips between Poisson and the courts in Seine. Everyone from Spina di Rosula organized a memorial for my father. We never held a memorial when he first died, since everyone knew that even if we held one back then, no one was going to. This time, though, everyone in Poisson, and even many people from the court, all attended.
So his name's definitely been cleared now.
It's been the dearest wish of Demoiselle.
That blasted stubborn fool. I was right to put my faith in him. I'm so glad I didn't give up on the case all those years ago.
I miss Child.
Oh, by the way, I ran into Charlotte just after I left the... well, maybe it'd be more accurate to say I knew she would be there, and there was no way she'd just let me go.
Huh? So you know Charlotte too?
Yeah, way back when I first became the president of the Spina di Rosula, she was all... I believe the story was called The True Heart of Darkness. Secret Tales of the Yellow Rose.
Oh, I like the yellow.
To be fair, though, it was a really flattering feature. She was trying to lean on our friendship to get me to do an exclusive piece.
Oh yeah, she told us about that. She's always been super interested in that case, so now her wish has finally come true.
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when she writes about you guys entering the opera house with the critical evidence, that you both sound really cool.
Oh my god, thank you.
Now that's another thing to look forward to. We trust Charlotte's skills with a pen.
Oh, and in other news, I also took Clarande out for a meal.
You're gay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's so nice.
Oh, are you two on better?
While you were investigating Vache's headquarters, Clarande, it was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide. I wanted to thank her. I mean, there's also no point in being awkward all the time, so we took the chance to reconcile with each other.
Oh, that's great. Paimon also thought Clarande wasn't actually a bad person. It's always good.
Anyway, now that the case has finally been solved, perhaps it will slowly begin to fade from the public consciousness.
No.
Oh, actually, there's still one last thing I need to do.
Please.
What is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave and tell him the truth of what happened, as well as how it all ended. And on top of that, just how much people still look up to him to this day. That includes me, too.
I love the shine in her
Miss
eyes.
Navia.
Indeed.
Miss Navida.
We want to go too. We also think Callus is a really
Sure thing. I'd like you two to share the moment with me. After all, without you, there might not have been such a positive ending.
Positive? Don't, for you.
And in that case, everyone, let's be off. Considering the recent weather, we'll be lucky if we can reach Poisson before dark.
Yeah, you're right. It's been raining.
I wonder why it keeps on, like, there's still a trial. Because freaking child is still in the freaking slammer.
This is where my father's grave is. To be perfectly honest, even I haven't been back here for...
Huh? There's someone there already. Wait. That figure. It can't be...
Okay, I'm gonna say 3 people. It's gonna be the Chief Justice, the one girl with the gun, and the 2 NPCs.
Isn't that Nervalette? Why would the Chief Justice be here? Huh?
I knew he was
Navia?
my first. He was my first one. He was my first. I knew it.
My apologies. I should have asked before coming to pay my respects.
Don't say that.
Sorry about that.
My man's trying very hard to be acting.
I was trying to say there's no need for you to apologize. I wanted to show my father how much I've grown. But still, I doubt I've grown to the point that even the Chief Justice would feel compelled to apologize to me over and over.
In that case, I will...
You really could use some pointers on understanding human emotions, Monsieur Nerv. In any case, why did you come to Poisson?
Well, ever since that day, I've been turning a question over and over in my head. Just what is justice, anyway?
Okay, he's actually not that bad of a character. I thought he was gonna be like one of those annoying ones that I physically hate. The ones that like be like, oh my god. But he's actually trying. So I will turn a new leaf and call him an okay person. I can't even talk. I like chatting.
There was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more important to humans than life itself. Oh, rather than that, it's probably more truthful to say I didn't believe humans were capable of resisting the most basic instinct of living things. That they could rebel against their own nature, or consider certain things to be more important than their own lives.
I love being in the background.
Which is also why I didn't stop your father from beginning that fateful duel. I believed that a truly innocent man would never throw away his life like that. That there was nothing, should have been nothing more important than one's own continued survival. But Mr. Callus proved me utterly and decisively wrong.
I don't like the blue strands. They're just out of, like... I get it's supposed to, like, show that he's, like, part dragon or something, but I physically hate it. Like, it couldn't even stay in his hair with the other parts of his hair. No, it's just, like, out.
If not for his sacrifice, the serial disappearances case would have remained unsolved to this
I like
day.
his bow and all that in his outfit, I guess, but, like, come
Mr.
on.
Callus made the choice he did for his daughter, for his associates, and for many people completely unrelated to him. And in the end, from a certain perspective, one could say that he did it all for the sake of justice.
I hate that
A
word.
justice that's higher than...
I hate the word
life
truth
itself.
and justice at this point.
So, you asked me why I came here. I just wanted to say my apologies to Mr. Callus in person. I should have noticed all of this much
Shoulda,
sooner.
woulda, coulda.
This regret has filled me with a sadness that has haunted me for days. That high and mighty chair in the opera Epiclese indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your hard work and perseverance.
So you're actually one of those types that's cold on the outside, but pretty thoughtful on the inside, huh? That reminds me of Silver, one of my guys.
Sorry about that. Self-expression is not one of my strongs.
Didn't I just say you don't need to apologize?
So Navia and Nervalette seem to have made their peace as well.
Nervalette or Nervalette?
Let's not disturb them for...
But I want to disturb them. It's more.
Paimon's never paid respects at someone's grave. Huh? Oh, Paimon didn't know that was a thing. But Paimon doesn't know what she would do if she can't fly. Oh no. Paimon hopes Miss Navia won't be too... Anyway, Nervalette is still standing around there.
Nervalette.
It's not often that we can catch him alone like this, so why don't we go talk to him for a bit? If we can't talk to Lady Farina, we can at least talk to...
And he has like... Frick you.
What are you...
Well, aren't you not supposed to fly around someone's...
Huh?
Hey, traveler! What?
I'm sorry for flying. I love that. She took that seriously. I love Paimon. She's like a little sister.
Oh, it's you two. Did Miss Navia invite you to come pay your respects to her father?
Mm-hmm. We ran into Navia on the streets today, so we just followed her.
I see. Then is there something that...
Well, it's pretty hard to run into you like this, since you're usually super busy. So we've...
Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine, and it would be my pleasure to return the favor.
Hey, yo, just a day's work. I know there's like gonna be like 2 more updates. Oh, that child. I think child should be the last one. Oh, what about your sibling? Frick my sibling. You don't even want me.
So, at court, the bad guys referred to that special water as water from the primordial sea. But what is it really?
Truthfully, that name is already quite accurate. I can only surmise that Vacher and his ilk only learned of its nature and existence after extensive research. There used to be a special sea on the surface of this planet. The nature of its seawater was rather different from that of the sea we know today. Most of Tevat's life forms were first born in that special sea.
Huh. So it really was where everything began.
But today, the primordial sea no longer exists on the planet's surface. What Vacher discovered must have been some kind of special case, or a remnant from a truly ancient age.
Huh. So that's how it is. Oh, you really know everything, Monsieur Nervalette. But if that's the case, then why would people, at least people from Fontaine, dissolve in that kind of water?
Because, the prophecy.
Indeed. Why would the primordial sea, which was known to engender and nurture life, suddenly reverse itself and devour life instead? To be frank, that also doesn't match my understanding of this world and its laws. There must still be some unknown secrets around the people of this land. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
Oh, yes, a lot.
That the sea levels will rise and everyone will be dissolved in water, leaving Farina crying alone on her throne, but the sins of the people will be finally washed away for good.
Farina.
Does that appropriately summarize the version you've...
That's right! It was Lyney that told us back then. And that about covers all the main points.
Yes, up to the present, I think we reached a point where we have no choice but to confront this prophecy. Rumors have it that this prophecy is rooted in the last words the former Hydro Archon left to the world before she passed away.
A prophecy? Of the former Hydro Archon? Wow. This is the first time that we've ever heard of it.
2 parts of the prophecy have already proven correct. The rising sea levels and the ability of the people of Fontaine to be dissolved. We should be more vigilant and stay on the watch for... Speaking of the prophecy, Farina has also always taken it quite seriously. Indeed, she has been collecting information and intelligence from across Tevat for this purpose.
But she couldn't find other things that were in, like, she went through the whole Tevat, but couldn't find what we found in 1, 2, a week, a month. Like, come on, man.
If the rumors were true, then perhaps this prophecy is the conundrum left to Farina by her predecessor.
But with Farina being the way she is, can we really...
Is there anything else you'd like?
Bro said...
Your sibling, another blonde-haired traveler. If he ever stepped foot in Fontaine, I'm sure he followed our laws to the letter and had no reason to appear on the stage of the opera Epiclese. Is there anything else?
My child.
My apologies. My investigation has still not reached its conclusion.
I'm gonna kill myself.
However, I still believe the judgment of the Oratrice was not rendered arbitrarily.
I know, okay, I know he is a bad guy, villain, part of the villains, Fatui, blah, blah, blah. So he has done bad things. But it wasn't connected to the thing, so that's why I'm like, how is he gonna be guilty? Because I thought we do only guilt. I thought it only tells us who's guilty or not when it comes to that case, not just in general. But it seems like it just means in general, because like Child just got called guilty, and come on, man, my man broke too many laws.
But you all...
For many years, I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat the verdict that I give on each case. As a divinely created mechanism, the people's unified faith in the concept of justice is integrated into it. Not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, but it likely also possesses other traits, such as self-awareness.
Why are you shaking?
Which is all to say, I have been prepared for a situation like this.
Huh. So when Lyney told us that he heard a human voice from the room where the Oratrice's core is stored...
I was not aware such a thing had occurred. Perhaps that could serve to prove my conjecture.
So that thing
I'll add
was
that
just
to the list of
told,
items to investigate.
And we just forgot about it and not thinking, oh, it could have been the frickin' thing. I thought it was one of those losers. But he said he heard a voice that recognized him. So I'm like...
In any case, I am inclined to believe that the Oratrice does have a methodology all its own. We just do not have enough information.
Is he alright,
Based
though?
on Farina's reaction, I doubt even she had any idea what was going on. She managed to bluff her way through it, though, with her time-tested twin tricks of bravado and drama. While we do intend to get to the bottom of this, for now, we regret to say that the Fatui Harbinger will just have to bide his time in the fortress of Meripede.
Bro.
If we did incorrectly convict him of crimes he did not commit, we will most certainly compensate him to the fullest extent allowed by the law.
If you ask Paimon, the only compensation he'll want is a no-holds-barred fight with you.
Is there anything else?
He didn't even... I like how we're all self-aware that he just wants to fight you.
Very well. It was my honor to provide you with what answers I could. I very much enjoyed conversing with you.
This just felt like Zhongli.
It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful tranquility behind and return to Palais Memoria.
You really are super busy, Monsieur Neuvillette. Paimon thought you only came here to pay your respects today because you had the day off.
Monsieur Neuvillette. Golly.
Crime and villainy do not have the day off, and so justice must work around the clock as well.
Justice.
This is merely the nature of a justice's...
All right. You've got... Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
Oh, that was beautiful. And that... What? Well, here we go. I'm just gonna get bombarded with... Are we done? We're done. Dang it. So we just have
Let's
to
move
wait
out.
for the next update. Bro, I literally just...
Right here, right now.
Oh,
Mind the side effects. Yeah, taking a turn for the better. Ka. Don't forget to wash your hands. Goodness knows where these things have been.
so I can go talk to Charlotte and all that. Oh yeah, I could do Lyney's quest. Heck, I might do that because I have nothing better to do. I can look around, but like I said, I can do it in free time. I do want to go into my teapot, but I think I don't mind doing Lyney's quest right now. I hope we get more. Phantom Thief. Like, I like Charlotte, but not like...
Hey, isn't that Charlotte?
Sorry, I know you have recipes.
No way. I'm not guessing.
Garlic bread!
I see. So you believe that this warning letter was sent by the Phantom Weasel?
Absolutely. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Phantom Weasel never acts as you expect. He must have faked his own death 10 years ago using a... Now that he's back, I'm sure the guards who worked on his case back in the day are in for a headache, but...
Couldn't agree more. As a journalist, I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of this one. Thank you, sir, for your time. Now, whom should I interview next? Oh, huh? Hey! What a coincidence! Fancy meeting you here.
I don't know nothing that you were trying to...
Perfect timing. So, the Phantom Weasel's latest warning letter. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, this is the first time we're hearing of this one. Could you clue us in?
Huh? Oh, sorry. Yes, this case is from a decade ago. I guess you wouldn't know about it.
Yeah.
Well, not to worry. You're in good hands because I'm a professional. The story goes like this. 10 or so years ago, a phantom thief became active in the court of Fontaine. Known only as the Weasel, nobody knew his true identity, and the authorities never managed to catch him.
Wow, cool! He sounds like one of those mysterious night burglars that you read about in novels.
Precisely. Well, except the part where they actually have a good reputation. Our Weasel targeted whatever people held dear, and no one was safe from his predations. He would just as soon steal a necklace from a rich merchant's safe as he would a toy doll given to a commoner child for their birthday. I know. The phantom thieves you read about in novels rob the rich to pay the poor, but this guy did not discriminate. Unsurprisingly, this didn't work wonders for his public reputation. Every man and his dog wanted to see him behind bars.
Yeesh.
Oh my god,
So,
there goes my turtle.
Did they catch him?
Not exactly. There's a good chance that the Weasel would still be at large to this day if it hadn't been for an accident 10 years ago. A magician named Caesar fell to his death in a botched high-altitude escape performance. When the police went through his personal effects, they found a hoard of stolen loot and gadgets used for criminal activities. And that was how the Phantom Weasel's identity was revealed to all. Sure enough, thefts in Fontaine went down after Caesar's death. But today, 10 years on, The notorious thief has once again issued one of his warning letters and pasted it on the gate of the Opera Epiclese for all to see. I had to squeeze through the crowd this morning to get a photo as soon as I heard. Here, it's this one.
What is this? It's just like the same wording in the last stream.
So, this is the warning letter, huh? Let's see what he wrote. 3 days from now, when evening falls, I shall take from you that which you hold most dear at the Opera House, just as you did to me 10 years ago.
So it's just
this is, without a doubt, a clear declaration of criminal intent. After years of laying low, the Phantom Weasel is back with a vengeance. What once seemed like an open and shut case has been blown wide open again. But why has he reemerged now? And what does he want? I sense an epic scoop, and I'm going for it.
Uh-oh. If this thief will steal anything that other people value, does that mean even we might be targeted? Aww. But Paimon doesn't want to get kidnapped. Well, he'd have to go through you first. You would stop him, right?
Okay, the people have spoken. It's clear that the public are very concerned about the Phantom Weasel's reappearance. Let's see, I've got a photo of the letter, my interview notes. Yep, that should be enough to form the skeleton of my article. It does something exclusive. Who should I interview next? I need someone with a more concrete connection to the Weasel. Is that who I think it is?
Lyney, run.
Lyney!
Magic, magician, Caesar, the Phantom Weasel! That's it! Let's go interview Lyney!
Leave him out of this, please.
You see, the original Phantom Thief Caesar was a magician too. And what do Phantom Thieves and magicians have in common? They both have an air of mystery about them. Perhaps there's a connection there.
Are you serious? What sort of a deduction is that?
Oh, relax. My journalistic instinct tells me that an exclusive news story is beckoning. Let's go. No time for delay.
Take a guess.
I'll take a guess.
You gotta find that balance.
There's
between
no point
flavor
worrying
and
about the
nutrition.
future. Que sera, sera.
No way. I'm not guessing. I'll take a guess.
Life,
Take a guess.
death, and the world around us all follow a set of laws.
You gotta find that balance between flavor and nutrition.
But if you never test the limits, how can anyone know where the boundaries of these laws are?
No way. I'm not guessing. I'll take a guess.
Take a guess.
You gotta find that balance between flavor and nutrition.
No way. I'm not guessing. I'll take a guess.
Take a guess.
You gotta find that balance between flavor and nutrition.
I'll take a guess. No way. I'm not guessing.
Oh, it's just some chronic problem I have flaring up again. Nothing to worry about.
Que sera, sera. Take a guess.
You gotta find that balance between flavor and nutrition.
I'll take a guess. No way. I'm not guessing.
Take a guess.
Life, death, and the world around us all follow a set of laws.
You gotta find that balance between flavor and
But if you never test the limits, how can anyone know where the boundaries of these laws are?
No way. I'm not guessing.
Take a guess.
You gotta find that balance between
I'll take
flavor
a guess.
and nutrition.
No way. I'm not guessing.
Take a guess.
I'll take a guess.
You gotta find that balance between flavor and nutrition.
Oh, it's just some chronic problem I have flaring up again. Nothing to worry about.
No way. I'm not
Take
guessing.
a guess.
I'll take a guess.
There's no
You gotta
point
find
worrying
that
about the
balance
future.
between flavor
Que
and
sera,
nutrition.
sera.
When on the road, one should take ample time to pause and appreciate the wondrous scenery along the way.
You're about to collapse, aren't you?
You gotta find that balance between flavor and nutrition.
No way! Take a guess. Guessing. I'll take a guess.
You gotta find that balance between flavor and nutrition.
No way! I'm not guessing. Take a guess.
Life, death, and the world around us all follow a set of laws.
You gotta find that balance.
But if you never test the limits, how can anyone know where the boundaries of these laws are?
I'm not guessing. Take a guess.
You gotta find that balance between flavor and nutrition.
No way! I'm not guessing. There's no point worrying about the future. Hey, Sarah, Sarah.
Oh, it's just some chronic problem I have flaring up again. Nothing to worry about.
No way! I'm not guessing.
You gotta find that balance between flavor and nutrition.
Take a guess. No way!
You gotta find that balance between flavor and nutrition.
I'll take a guess. Take a guess. No way! I'm not guessing. I'll take a guess.
You gotta find that balance between flavor and nutrition.
Take a guess. No way! I'll take a guess. I'm not guessing. There's no point worrying about the future. Que sera, sera.
You gotta find that balance between flavor and nutrition.
Take a guess.
When on the road, one should take ample time to pause and appreciate the wondrous scenery along the way.
You're about to collapse, aren't you?
Take a guess. No way! Take a guess. I'm not guessing.
You gotta find that balance between flavor and nutrition.
Take a guess. No way! I'll take a guess. I'm not guessing.
You gotta find that balance between flavor and nutrition.
Life, death, and the world around us all follow a set of laws. But if you never test the limits, how can anyone know where the boundaries of these laws are?
No way! Take a guess. Wow, Mr. Magician! How did you know which card I picked?
Oh, it's simple. Come closer, and I'll let you in on my secret. Magicians have a special skill called
Really? Then, what am I thinking now?
Well, first you need to relax.
Aww.
And now you're getting a little You snuck out from...
You can...
Of course.
All right.
Hey!
Why, hello. We meet again. Are you looking for me? What's the situation?
Well, why don't you guess, Mr. Telepathic?
Oh, please. You didn't believe that spiel, did you? The power of telepathy...
I'm sure that child would beg to differ. Seemed like you were right on the money.
That was nothing more than a little trickery. I made an educated guess based on his micro-expression. That, plus the fact that he was the only kid here without his parents, and he looked as guilty as sin. He made it easy. You guys, on the other hand...
Wow.
Wait, really? His warning letter's been the talk of the town, so I figured that maybe you were asking around about that.
Bingo! I plan on writing a column reporting on the latest news about the Phantom Weasel. So, Lyney, what are your thoughts on this infamous thief's reappearance?
To be honest...
Angry? What?
You read his letter, right? The Phantom Weasel claims he's planning something in 3 nights' time at the Opera House. That's the night I'll be performing there.
Wait a minute, you don't think he's a...
Well, if he is, then his warning is clearly a direct challenge to me personally. And if he's not, then it's still going to be a huge headache for me. The mere mention of the Weasel's name is enough to scare people off. So once the contents of that letter get out, barely anyone will be showing up to watch my show. But I've been preparing for this for a long time. I'm not about to let him ruin my big day. This leaves me with only one choice. I have to
Really? So what you're saying is, we might get to see a live duel?
To be honest, I'm not sure if I'll emerge the victor. The Phantom Weasel is a notorious...
You're being far too modest, Lyney. I think your magic tricks are even more inscrutable than those of a thief.
Thanks for the compliment, though I have to say, I don't care much for the comparison. A lot of people liken magicians to thieves because we both have the ability to make things disappear without the person noticing. But there's an important difference that these people overlook. Allow me to demonstrate with a quick magic trick. Here, I have a flower, just an ordinary flower that was picked not long ago. Watch it carefully now. 3, 2, 1.
It's good!
That's the question. Therein lies the difference between us. Thieves make precious things disappear, but only magicians make them reappear. If I could now invite you all to check your clothes, there...
A surprise?
Bruh!
It's right there! But
what an outstanding trick! Sorry, Lyney, it seems that my previous praise was woeful.
Don't worry, I didn't take offense. I just wanted to take the opportunity to perhaps change some of the preconceived notions you might have about magicians. Since Caesar's death, a lot of people associate magicians with criminality. It can be quite frustrating.
I can imagine. Coming back to your trick just now, might I presume that you are well versed in floral symbolism? For example, magicians often use rainbow roses in their flower-related performances to represent passion and romantic encounters. But you used a Lumidu spell, which, if I'm not mistaken, allude to separations. I'm curious to know if there was any deeper meaning behind this choice.
Impressive knowledge. It's no wonder you're such a successful journalist. But I'm afraid I don't know the first thing about floral symbolism. I'm just in the habit of using Lumidu spells in my magic. It sounds like something I should look into, though. I'll buy myself a copy of Fontaine's Floral Language Facts when I have some time. But it'll have to wait until this phantom weasel business is behind us.
Well noted. In that case, this brings us to the end of our interview. I, for one, am looking forward to the final showdown between you and the thief. Please feel free to get in touch to update me on any further developments. Otherwise, I will of course see you at your show in 3 days' time, but let's hope the Phantom Weasel is caught by then. If there's nothing else, I'll be off. You've given me lots to work with here, and I've got no time to lose if I want to write that exclusive piece. I'll see you all later.
Bye-bye. She left us.
So,
I'm happy.
Lyney...
I'm a...
Well, magicians are entitled to their secrets. But Paimon's really itching to know how it's done. You feel it too, right? So itchy.
Not so itchy then, huh? Well, since you're so concerned, how would you like to serve as my temporary magician's assistants and help me investigate?
Magician's assistants? Oh, that sounds fun! Assistants are technically magicians too!
No.
Also, it'll bring us one step closer to figuring out how that darn trick is done! Shall we go for it?
Bro.
Excellent. Thank you for putting your trust in moi. The first thing we need to look into is who Caesar really was. If he truly was the Phantom Weasel, that means that the weasel is dead, and whoever wrote this warning letter is just a copycat criminal. But if he wasn't the weasel? Well, that'll make things more interesting. It would mean that the weasel lives, and he's been laying low all this time in some corner of Fontaine. And if we're investigating Caesar, his fiancée Gemma is a good place to start. Word is that she visits the cemetery often, so I asked Lynette to wait for her there. We should make a move. Let's go and rendezvous with Lynette.
Yay, Lynette! Lynette! I'm gonna have to teleport.
Let's move out.
Do we have D&D today?
You took your time.
Sorry, I bumped into the Traveler and Charlotte en route, and we ended up chatting for a while.
It's been a while, Lynette. We're working as Lyney's temporary assistants in the investigation.
Thank you. It's good to have you helping.
So, what's the situation? Have you seen Gemma?
Nope. I've been here a while, and she still hasn't shown up.
How bizarre. Maybe it was bad intel. Well, we won't get anywhere by standing around waiting.
I'll wait for you here and see.
What the frick is Germa?
Excuse me, good sir. Do you by any chance know a Gemma?
Gemma? You mean Caesar's fiancé? Sure I do. What's this about?
I'm just trying to get a hold of her because I need her help with something. I heard she comes here a lot.
Yeah, she does. Poor thing. It's no secret why either. She's heartsick. Ever since Caesar passed away, she's been coming here once every week to clean his grave. Often, she just sits there in front of his headstone, lost in thought. Sometimes she talks to herself.
I
asked her what she was doing once. She said she wanted to speak to him again. She knows he's gone and can't hear her from the grave, but she just likes to spend time there, telling her fiancé all about how her life is going.
And she's been doing this ever since Caesar passed away?
I'll bet. Caesar's reputation fell apart after his identity was revealed, so no one else visits his grave. Gemma's the only one who still thinks about him after all these years. I don't know if the mind lives on in the waters after death, but if it does, I'm sure Caesar must be grateful to have someone who remembers him. If I'm honest, I think this is all so unfair to poor Gemma. Her fiancé was a low-life crook. He doesn't deserve someone like her. Anyway, all of that said, she's running later than usual today. Normally, she'd be sitting... Well, that's everything I know.
All right, well, thanks for sharing all of this with us.
You're welcome. I just hope she'll be able to move...
Not really.
Did you hear the news? They're saying the Phantom Weasel's back.
You're kidding. Wait, isn't he dead?
I don't know anymore. All sorts of news flying around nowadays. I can never tell what's true and what is. But what if? Just hypothetically, I mean. What if this week...
Called it. Seriously, 10 years ago, on the day it all went down, I said to myself, you know what? This guy's been set up. The Caesar I knew was a good guy. He gave balloons to children on the street, for Pete's sake. What, are we supposed to believe that he was a balloon thief or something? Give me a break.
Oh, please. Weren't you the one cursing his name to high heaven when the police announced the news? You were all, oh, that gosh darn lousy son of a, you think you know a guy, or words to that effect.
Wait, did I say that? I don't seem to recall.
Hello there. Sorry for disturbing you. We're actually quite interested in this topic as well, but we're struggling to get to the bottom of it.
You've come to the right people. Yep, I was there. Back when Caesar, he was a great magician. The best trick I ever saw him do was pop a transparent balloon, only for a whole bunch of doves to fly out from the inside. I was right up close and didn't blink or look away once, but for the life of me,
I saw him perform too. He always used to bring some gifts along for the kids who came to watch his show, and he'd hand them out after he was done. Sometimes, he even got the kids to write their wishes down, and then he'd make the items on the wish list appear in his next show.
Huh. He doesn't sound like such a bad guy.
But after he died, there were also rumors that he used the wish list to find out what was precious to people, with the intent to steal it later. As I'm sure you know, the Phantom Weasel would steal just about anything from anyone.
Whatever the case, now that the Weasel is back, Caesar's become a hot topic once more. I bet Gemma must be pleased. If Caesar's name gets cleared, maybe it'll finally give her some solace. No, speak of the devil. That's her over there. If you've got any more questions about Caesar, she's definitely the one to ask.
So that's Gemma. Is it just Paimon, or does it look like something's... Wait. It looks like...
Just the way she's doing.
Hi there. You're Gemma, right?
Who's asking?
Don't be afraid, It looks like you're injured.
Thanks for your concern, but you didn't answer my question. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
My name is Lyney, and this is my sister Lynette.
My name's Paimon, and this here's the Traveler. We're investigating the Phantom Weasel.
The Weasel posted a warning letter this morning. If he still lives, that means that Caesar was falsely accused. You knew Caesar better than anyone else. So if you're willing, we'd love to hear what you think about all this. I promise you can trust us. We won't hurt you. In fact, we'll do all we can to keep you safe.
I never believed that he was the Weasel.
Huh. I suspected as much. Okay, so going back 10 years, do you remember anything strange in the weeks leading up to the accident? Did Caesar have a falling out with anyone, for instance?
No, not that I know of.
Shouldn't you be old?
Got it. All right, sorry.
If you don't have any more questions, please leave. I want to be alone with him.
Judging by the look on her face, there's definitely something fishy about her.
She's lying. She definitely knows something.
That's fair. We're just a bunch of strangers who showed up and started questioning her about things that happened a whole decade ago. It makes sense that she'd be wary around us. In any case, I doubt we'll get any further here, so let's call it a day. Meet me outside Hotel de Boer tomorrow, and then we'll start the next step of our plan.
Yai Publishing House has released numerous works that lay out military strategy.
Let's go.
In a simple and pragmatic way. Those are my favorite.
Are we gonna see their brother? They're not like actually related.
Over here.
Lynette's not joining us?
I've had her follow Gemma and see if we can make any inroads with her. They should be at a cafe. Still, I don't think that Gemma's likely to open up to us. So, we need a contingency plan. Today, we'll be looking into a guy named Lorenzo, Caesar's former pupil and assistant. When Caesar passed away, all the stolen goods discovered in his home were confiscated and returned to their rightful owners. But Lorenzo was the only one privy to all his magic secrets, and he inherited his craft. Before long, Lorenzo was the next big magician in town, his fame surpassing even that of his master, and it made him very wealthy. He's since left the magic scene, though, and these days, he's a wealthy businessman with his fingers in a lot of different pies. I had to pull a lot of strings, but I managed to get him to agree to a couple of drinks with me. Be warned, though, I hear he's got a hair-triggered temper. We'd best be careful.
Well, we're screwed. You know me and Paimon have a loud mouth, mostly Paimon. Paimon's one to blame.
You neglected to mention that you were bringing 2 other people with you.
My apologies. These 2 are my assistants. When they heard that I was meeting with the former magic maestro himself, they begged and pleaded with me to bring them along. And if it's no trouble, a couple of autographs would really make their day.
Oh, forget the pleasantries, just sit.
Get a load of this guy. Forget the pleasantries, he says, but he looks pretty happy about Lyney stroking his ego.
I only agreed to meet since we're both magicians. Do me a favor and cut to the chase. I have more important things to do than drinking.
Much obliged, sir. As it happens, the matter I want to address is also related to magic. Yesterday morning, a warning letter from the Phantom Weasel appeared on the entrance to the Opera House. He claims to be planning something for the same evening that I'm scheduled to do a magic show there. As such, I believe that I may well be his target. I have to get to the bottom of this to ensure that my show can go ahead as planned. Naturally, any investigation into the Weasel starts with a few questions about Caesar, who...
What is there to investigate? Caesar was the Weasel, and he's been dead for 10 years. So what if some sick creep thought it'd be funny to write a warning letter? It changes nothing. Are you trying to tell me you actually bought it?
Please, sir, no need to get so worked up. I do concede that a copycat is but one possibility.
Possibility? It's a fact, Lyney. Look, my patience is limited, so listen carefully while I'm still willing to put up with you. The Weasel is dead. Period. Everyone knows that, so do yourself a favor and quit this investigation. It'll lead you nowhere. Look, if this affects your magic show in any way, I will personally compensate you for any losses.
Oh, sir, I'm honored, really. But this isn't about finances for me. My pride as a magician is what's at stake here, Lorenzo. Copycat or not, this person has thrown me the gauntlet, and I must meet their challenge head on.
Your pride? Don't mince words with me, boy. Just tell me what exactly...
I want to find out the Phantom Weasel.
What would that accomplish? And what do the events of 10 years ago have to do with you, anyway? Look, you of all people should know that a magician never reveals their secrets. And in any case, dead men don't talk. So if you really care about your magician's pride, then you'll forget about Caesar and move on.
Uh-oh. This is getting awkward.
Lorenzo? Is that? Oh, it is you! I know that big, booming voice anywhere. What's up, my man?
Another day, I'm busy.
Oh, come on. You can't be all business all the time. You know what they say? Live fast, die young. You gotta learn how to kick back and relax once in a while.
If I wanted your life advice, I'd ask for it. Now get out of my face and go be drunk somewhere else.
Sorry, my good sir. I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Oh, hey! Edmondo. He and I are business pals. We worked together a bunch of times. This is your first time meeting him? Oh, he's always like this. Foul-mouthed and hard-nosed. Never heard a kind word out of this guy the whole time I've known him. And he wonders why he can't get a girlfriend, despite being, what, pushing 40, 30, something? Anyway. Point is, a lot older than when he first got rejected by the girl he was into. And he's still in...
Shut up and get out of my face. Another word out of you and you can forget about doing business with me ever again. Do I make myself clear?
Sorry, I may have had a little too much to drink. All right. I'm gonna leave. Don't work too hard.
I think it's high time I made a move as well. If you really want to investigate this, Lyney, be my guest. But if nothing good comes of it, don't say I didn't warn you.
Well, that fell to pieces in a rather spectacular fashion. Any thoughts?
Totally. And what was all that about compensating you for your losses? Why would someone you just met make an offer like that? He's gotta be hiding something. And not like Gemma. She was a little suspicious, but this guy's definitely covering something up.
I think so too. We need to look into Lorenzo more closely. That guy Edmondo seems to know a thing or two about him. He only just left. Let's see if we can
Email to you. More recipes. The lasagna. Can I go up? Oh, I can.
I gotta make sure Lynette stays away from the dish racks.
I'm trying to find.
Let's move out.
If you want tea or water, just help yourselves.
You okay there?
Who are you? Oh, it's you guys. Don't worry about me. I must have had one too many. I just need to ride it out. I said way too much back there, didn't I? Yeah, I nearly talked myself into complete financial ruin. Note to self, no more drunken chats when Lorenzo's around.
So, he was serious about threatening to cut you off? Ugh, Paimon knew he was a bad egg.
Hey! Keep your voice down. Don't go prying into Lorenzo's personal affairs. Bad things happen to people who ask too many questions, or make an enemy out of him.
What kind of bad things?
Don't even ask. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to cut this conversation short. I'm not crossing that line again. And take it from me, trouble with Lorenzo is one thing you don't need in your life. You saw him flare up back there. I don't know what you said to him, but clearly it touched a nerve. That's not a good sign. You're too young for this. Don't get in over your head. I'm leaving.
Well, there he goes.
And there he goes.
think we're being watched. Someone was listening into our whole conversation. Don't say anything and don't look back.
No, it's fine. It's Silver. He's fine. Oh, Silver's fine though. Hey man, it's just Silver. He ain't gonna do anything.
You followed us a long way. Why?
So you're Lyney. And where's your sister? Ain't she with you today? Save us the trouble and go fetch her for us.
Paimon doesn't like the tone of your voice, mister!
Bro, teleport.
Who sent you, huh?
Save your questions, missy. You ain't gonna need answers.
Looks like we can't avoid... Now, I'm not the strongest fighter, so I hope you're ready to...
Don't worry, we got...
Oh, do we play as Lyney? Let me play as Lyney. Yeah! Oh. Why do I get...
Step right up.
No. Bring him back.
Curses. They're tougher than we thought.
Vision wielders are always trouble. Intimidation ain't gonna work like it did on the lady.
Come on, let's scram!
Hey, wise guys! We ain't through with you yet! Oh, they got away! Did you catch what they said just before they left? Something about intimidating someone else.
A lady.
Sounds like they just wanted to rough us up as a scare tactic. And they've already done it to someone else, but... You're right. She was injured when we saw her yesterday, and she acted like she had something to hide. Maybe she was too scared to tell us the truth because those guys had threatened her.
I hope you'll stop your tongue.
Well, if that's the case, she should be more willing to open up to us once she learns that those thugs won't be bothering her anymore. Let's head back to the cafe and see if we can get any information from her.
Gemma?
You again.
We just ran into the men who've been threatening you, and so you...
What? Why? I didn't tell you it.
Sounds like they're no strangers.
That's putting it mildly. I know them all too well. And it's been 10 long years. And still, every time I try to look into Caesar's death, they show up and warn me not to do anything stupid. How do I know I can trust you? Do you really?
I'm afraid I can't reveal all the details just yet, but I can promise you this. Because you see, this is a personal matter of the utmost importance. I give you my word. Trust me.
Okay.
I've heard that Caesar used to have a magic workshop where he kept a lot of his personal effects. Do you know where?
The Fleuve Cendre. But the place was sealed up by the police after his death, and no one's been there since. I also know that the Fleuve Cendre is dangerous territory. Lots of hostile groups lurking around.
I don't mind.
If you're serious about going there, please be careful.
Understood. Lynette, you stay here and take care.
Got it. But if I'm staying here, I'm ordering dessert.
I mean, bon appetit. But stay sharp, too.
Okay. All right. Power saving mode off. I'll start taking this more seriously. With me here,
That's nice. Man.
Their fleeting lives.
Whatever you do, if anything happens to you because you're...
People.
All I saw, I think I'm gonna save his ultimate for when he comes out. I only saw his idols.
His ultimate's funny.
Because like, that is the most weeks I ever got, other than the Fatui and dumbass character. What? I sent you Worcestershire sauces.
I don't care about Worcestershire sauce right now. I'm crying over child.
Is he dead?
No comment.
That'd be funny.
Right, what is wrong with you?
I'm just saying, I'll be like, I called it, bro. That's just should be funny.
Right, shut up. Are you gonna do the story quest?
Yeah. If I can. I don't even think I have it in my thing, in Quest. Sumerus. Because I didn't finish the twin one with Kaya and Dance League, because I was like, fuck Kaya, bro. He's...
If Gemma gave us the right location, then the workshop should be right nearby.
Kaya's barely in it, so
I haven't even touched my Fontaine yet, so...
There we go.
Today is just been winding.
If a character's making you just not do a quest, you got a problem.
It's just... I find him annoying.
You got a problem.
No, he's just annoying. It was also, it's already very slow, because they were just having a casual conversation. No, actually, no, I didn't do that quest, because I just got finished with, like, the two big three. Huh? The two big ones. I just got finished with, like, the big one was saving the nation. And then I was like, I'm tired. But I'm gonna go to my Fontaine first. I didn't go there yet last night.
Excuses.
Yay, I get to play as Lyney!
Oh, the cat is on the lamp.
Did we get new cards? Did we get new cards for our game? Cards? For TCG?
I think so. I don't know. I don't touch them.
So this was Caesar's workshop. Nothing suspicious here, just normal magic props. Let's head in further.
How do I always end up spawning here?
I have established who I'm gonna save up for.
Who?
What was that? Oh.
Taylor Swift.
Is this one of Caesar's
Alright.
gadgets?
Because this whole...
Guess we must have triggered some sort of device.
Oh, I'm glad we figured that out. Oh my god, I tried watching your live stream last night. Whew. I'm so stupid.
Emerge right now.
I gotta go on my live stream. I'm so loud. I'm louder than you.
Nothing lasts forever. Right here.
Oh, it's just in general. Yeah.
The ball is in the game.
Let me see.
No. Just to hear myself. That fan is loud.
Oh my god!
I feel like you should.
There's something
I feel like you should turn up your mic and start.
Let's take a closer look.
Yeah.
How do I do that again? It's been a hot minute. Audio sharing settings. No, that's not it. How do I turn up my volume? What small child? Where's my settings to, so I should go, my volume should go up. I don't know how to do that again. I know it's in party. Audio. No, that's non-party. Microphone level. Ah! Okay, wait. Is this louder? I think this is louder. I put it up. I don't know. Let me check my freaking.
Let me turn myself down.
What is yours like? Because there's a scale. We should put ours at the same scale.
Mine's at max.
Yours is at max.
Yeah.
I wonder what my dear sister Lynette is doing right now. Missing me to death, I'm sure.
Are you streaming right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Say something.
Ow.
Okay, I think we're...
Let me go here.
I think you're okay, but I don't know how to describe it. I think you should tell the difference because I don't know how to tell the difference. I think you're okay, but I don't know how to describe it. I think you should tell.
Sir passed away.
Oh, I'm supposed to start this.
Hi, I'm like, hi, bro.
Gemma gave us the right location and the work checks to be
Oh my god!
No, he is annoying. It was also, it's all.
Looks like we've reached the end of this route. Shall we try a different one?
Raw.
Oh my lord. Oh, I wasn't.
I feel like you should change. You should turn yourself up more.
Okay, I should turn myself. A little before good. Past good. Okay, I put it past good. It's close to too high, but it's in the middle of good. Right.
This is no time for distractions. Seriously, you have a great magician standing right here.
Rah. Rah.
Right, shut the frick up.
Hello? Testing,
You don't want to
testing.
miss the best part, do you?
These magic boxes are moving. What do we do?
Still slightly
One of them looks
louder than
different
the
from the
other.
rest.
How?
Let's investigate.
Maybe that's just how the system is.
So, do you want me to go back?
I don't care. That's up to you.
How is he gonna steal someone's exam, bro? Come on! The thing is, I don't want to be too loud for my own.
I'm not gonna include audio in mine. I want to, but I can't hear the thing.
I'm gonna put myself a little. I only watch the ones where I know I'm funny. Which is all of them, obviously. I'm just hilarious, guys. I'm so oh, it just went back. Oh, I'm supposed to enter. I'm supposed to click enter. Too loud? I'll put myself, like, right here. I didn't press enter. What am I freaking doing anymore? Oh!
You're so quiet on mine. What the fuck?
Because I think that's the only problem with because you were quiet on mine, but I had to change something for it. I think it's only you.
That's weird. Have we reached the end already? There's nothing here.
Your fault I'm quiet.
Maybe this was a wasted
You have
trip.
silenced me once again.
This place seems a little too ordinary for a magician's workshop. There's a distinct lack of... We've triggered quite a few devices on the way here.
My phone is vibrating with the sound of my fucking air conditioner. I think I might just make it to where...
If so, then there must be more to this place than meets the eye. Maybe a hidden room somewhere.
I'm doing Lyney's quest because I have nothing better to do, and also my Genshin wanted to time out, so I wanted to. I was at the finish of one of the last quests of the story quest, but I was like, I want to stream this, so I kept on streaming it. So I said
I'm a magician too, and apparently great minds really do think alike.
Okay, well,
looks pretty big inside. Let's head in and take.
Well, I'm obviously getting a little tired, but that's just normal for me for playing Genshin all day. Oh, hello! Oh, hello!
Emerge.
Like, I might...
Right here.
Oh, his ultimate! Get Nene! Kill it! I love when he moves and he turns into a card. That's my favorite thing about Lyney. Everything else is he's alright.
Yeah, I haven't even.
I want to thank my mother, my father, my everything because
How did I get this checkpoint, but none of these ones?
I have. Wait! Oh my god, we still have Child's freaking. No!
Is he? Oh! That's crazy.
I still have his thing! No! Oh my god, Child. What the frick? Hey, look! My freaking.
Anything.
My primos are at 20,000. Look at that.
Oh shit, cutscene. I love being my. This is totally my first time watching the Fontaine.
Right now, right here, emerge.
Objection! 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 Hold it! Objection! Take that! Oh no.
Why have you stopped, Lyney?
Huh. It just looks familiar somehow.
I know
Let me
it
check
looks
this
familiar.
out for a second while you guys
Look,
go on
it's
ahead.
the box.
If anyone makes a major discovery, let's rendezvous here.
Alright, see you in a bit.
I want to look up what rendezvous is.
The placement of this device inside.
Rendezvous.
Let's move out.
1, 2, 1, 2. Right. Oh no. I love. What the frick? Go suck my balls.
Oh, seems like we can't step on the same tile twice.
Paimon, I know
Guess we've
this.
gotta
I'm
finish
just
it in one
I'm
run,
struggling. Girl, if you don't shut up.
The water is
this
so
is hard.
loud.
Okay, so if I do this. Dang it. Dang it! Kill you right now. I almost had it. Oh, okay, can I step on... Okay, so it doesn't count. Golly! Okay. I love these type of things. Dang it. Lyney, what are you making me do? Oh, maybe I don't need to start right here. Maybe I can start somewhere else. Like, start from here.
Okay,
oh, I think I might have it. Okay, maybe not. Oh my god, I'm gonna stay here until I figure this out, I guess. If Paimon starts talking, I might actually go cuckoo crazy. Oh god.
Bless you.
Oh my god, I was so freaking close. Hey man, I wonder if someone first tried this, but I physically doubt it.
I love not getting a single spoiler, bro. Ooh. Other than whatever the fuck's gonna happen to Child.
Oh my god. It's just gonna be 50 minutes of me struggling to do this puzzle.
Let's move out.
So let me focus what's happening right now. I was so freaking close. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my god. Why would you do that? You debated me, whore.
Dariana. You know how there's always like a little pamphlet or booklet on the side where it's like wait for Aqua bus?
Yeah.
You were supposed to click that to make the bus come back.
I couldn't click that, Mariah. It didn't allow me since you were at my world.
Oh, they have this thing on the thing. On the bulletin board.
Maybe I can get off the platform if I just...
Oh, male Fontaine and one leg is prosthetic replacement.
Like, it's only... The only way I will be able to do this is... First go here. Oh my god, I figured it out. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Okay, let's leave Lyney and go ahead.
You'll let me know right away. Wow. There's a hidden room
Oh my god, this man's is literally Willy Wonka, but like more of a
This bookcase is full of Caesar's own
magician
notes.
instead of
He wrote a
crazy.
lot about the principles of magic. Whew. Much too advanced for Paimon. This book's thick as a brick. Let's take a peek inside it.
At one of my shows a few days ago,
Wait, I
a
wonder
child
if
asked me how I
child
pulled
has new
candy out
voice
of my
lines.
hat.
Did you unlock any
As a
after
joke,
your quest?
I told the kid that the hat has a built-in wish-granting machine. Next thing I know, today a whole bunch of kids were pestering me to pull all sorts of things out of the hat. So I told them another white lie. The machine needs time to power up, but in the meantime, you can write your wishes down. Well, they took me up on that offer, enthusiastically. As I write this, I've only just got back from running around all over town, buying the things they wanted. Boy, are my legs sore.
Caesar.
I wound up saving very little this month, but that's not a major issue.
Oh, they call
I
their
now have a bigger
hands
problem.
feelers.
How am I going to hide all these things inside my hat? 2 children came to talk to me after today's show. I don't know why they were out on their own. They looked much too young to be unsupervised. I do hope they got home safely. Anyway, they said that they wanted me to teach them how to do magic. It's not uncommon for children to ask
Lyney
this,
and
of
Lynette?
course, but I've never seen any of them as serious about it as these two.
No, this has to be them.
I told them that learning magic is very hard work, but that didn't faze them at all. It's like they already knew. They seemed so committed. I couldn't turn them down. It seems like something's bothering Lorenzo lately, but he won't open up to me
I
about
love how
it. Surely
he's like-
not upset that I agreed to teach those 2 children. I'll have to talk him around.
I love how the
I
one
have a
that
good feeling about
poor
those
guy,
kids.
she's like,
They're
you're a
naturally
crazy
talented,
person who would
and it
cross the
seems like they're
desert and
not
get
new to the
here.
world of magic.
Since there's an easy way to get
They
here
have
from
all
me
sorts of
away.
fantastic
Oh,
ideas.
all
I'm really doing is
didn't
helping
mean-
them develop a more
I didn't know you
professional
were
standard training
international.
plan. They wanted to call me master, but I told them they absolutely mustn't. Any magician worth their salt could have taught them what I have. They're the geniuses here. Compared to them, I don't deserve
in
with
about
time.
an hour or
I have
so.
no doubt that they could become far greater magicians than I. My only concern is why they're so mature for their age. I fear they've had to grow up
I
too
love how
fast.
she was quiet through the
I
rest
don't
of
dare.
it.
Gemma thinks so too. She doesn't like being around them. Says that their eyes are too piercing. They don't bother me, but then again, I've never been the sharp.
Yep, that has to be.
It's nearly time for me to go on tour. I asked the 2 kids if they'd like to come with me, but I once overheard them talking about their father.
Yep,
and their
knew
mission.
it.
Sounds like their parents have other plans for them.
I
guess
knew
we'll be
it!
parting
I
ways
knew
soon.
it! It was Lynette and Lyney.
It's only
It
been
was
10
so
days since I
obvious.
first met them.
This is
But
their
I
master.
think
This
that
is
I've
the
gotten
person
a
that
feel
taught
for
them.
their personalities now. They're very tough, but also very cautious. And they trust no one but each other. This, I fear,
I went off to
not
get
a
my
good habit to
shots,
have.
and I had to take 2.
They hide things from me too.
And well, then yeah, I also had to get blood work.
When I asked them where they live
That's 2
and why
shots you
they
need
wanted
for
to
school
learn magic,
that I cannot get until October.
No, you're supposed to get one.
That's the thing about children. Whenever they're trying to cover something
but
up,
mine is for like
it
the
always shows somehow.
The ones you didn't do before.
No, I got everything before. It's just this one is like a booster or something. It's like a 3-parter.
Like other children. It's a shame.
And then I got blood work. And you already did you see my rant in Discord?
After thinking things over, I decided to tell them a bit about how I see the world.
No, not that.
It's full of lies and falsehoods.
Go read it.
And that is why we must find our own truth. P.S.
Why not? Why won't you go through my depression?
Annoying.
Children
are so
that doesn't change
nowadays.
anything. You could eat and play Genshin while reading my devastating post.
Them like that? P.P.S. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Children aren't interested in grand philosophies. It probably just went in one ear and out the other.
I like this. I love this, actually. If only you made it.
Caesar, Caesar. Just mind your own business next time.
Magic geniuses with a father and a mission, huh? Sounds a lot like he was writing about Lyney and Lynette, don't you think? So did they meet Caesar?
Hey, yo, I found your master. The person that taught you all your magical tricks. Like, tricks are for kids and all that whatnot.
And all that whatnot.
Lyney?
Shh, hold that thought. As I expected, there's a lot of fishy...
Fishy?
All in good time. First, the magician slots themselves into a magic box in full view of the audience. The box is then suspended high in the air, and a short while later, the base automatically opens. At this point, a dummy will fall out of the box, but it looks real enough to grab the audience's attention, and they start wailing and screaming. Meanwhile, the real magician, who has by now blended into the crowd, waits for a good moment to make their appearance and put on a hysterical performance. Oh no! Is that me?
Very vivid description. Paimon can really pick.
The audience's gaze then turns to the magician, and by the time they realize what's happened, the dummy has vanished. As if everything that just happened was some sort of... Of course, that's just how I think the process should work, theoretically speaking. The inventor of this trick never performed it successfully. When the box opened, Caesar was the one who fell out, and not the dummy. He fell right to the ground from the highest point of the opera house. No one could hope to survive that fall, and no one else has ever attempted this trick since. My understanding of how it works is just based on what I could gather from his notes.
Perform this trick in your little
here in his workshop.
The end of this stupid
Caesar's
thing.
famous high-altitude escape has never been done, huh? Paimon was about to say how cool it would have been to see it in person, but if it's that dangerous, it's
man, I never want to see magicians or magic in real life, man. I don't care. It's scary.
So if a dummy's supposed to drop out of the box, then where does the real magician...
Glad you asked. That brings us... This box right here is the one that Caesar constructed himself to use in the performance. And it's not as simple as it looks. Inside, there's a device that only the magician himself would know about.
No, I'll tell you what my rant was. I had to do a lab to give out blood, right?
At a certain angle.
Oh yeah, I read that.
From where they're standing, how
they said your veins are perfect for it, and then
the back and the top are now no longer visible.
Because at the blood drive,
at this point, the magician presses a button.
Yeah, that was so dumb. I never felt so much anger and disbelief while I was sitting and giving out blood. The girl was so nice too. She's pregnant. She don't know the gender.
That's way simpler than Paimon imagined.
She was talking about all the things. I'm so mad. She instantly found the vein and everything.
Well, there's a little more to it than that, of course.
I don't care. I know, Mariah. I know it was my iron. I even said it was my iron. I'm just mad that I didn't get the chance to shine my easily visible vein. I'm just saying.
The magician would even have themselves tied up before it begins.
We could have instantly found my vein. We could have a happy-go-lucky.
Many days and nights of careful research and painstaking practice would have gone into this.
Shut the frick up.
All culminating in a performance just a few minutes long.
Yeah, amazing.
One that still manages to transform the shocking horror of a tragic accident to the joy
I feel bad for
mesmerizing magic trick. Caesar was a highly accomplished
They
magician.
couldn't find their freaking vein.
But unfortunately, even he didn't manage to pull it off.
So, how did it go so wrong? You said you found some fishy stuff here. Have you figured out what really happened?
I can make a pretty good... I looked into the case files. The magic box Caesar was using at the time of his death had the secret button I mentioned positioned on the right-hand side. And, sure enough, he always used his right hand as his dominant hand in public.
Okay. Nothing suspicious there.
But here's the strange thing. Most of the devices in this workshop have the mechanism on the left-hand side, including this box right here. Which leads me to believe that Caesar was in fact left-handed. Because a magician can't afford to have their most basic habits stand out too much. People naturally focus their attention on the most important details of the task or situation at hand. But a magician needs to be able to redirect an audience's attention at will, so as to avoid arousing their suspicion.
I don't have a quest. When did
the
you get
essence
your
of
quest?
magic is getting people to believe a lie. If even the truth raises eyebrows, the falsehoods become all the more difficult to mask. And so, Caesar trained himself to use his right hand to align with his audience's expectations. Great magic always requires sacrifices.
So my man did a whoopsie-doopsie
stressful
and
nerve-wracking
accidentally
moments, and when no one
used
was watching,
his right hand.
reflex would kick in and he'd use his left hand. That's why he set his gadgets with the mechanism on his left. Exactly. I think that's likely what happened.
We didn't know who it had
Caesar
to be.
would have been under a lot of time pressure during the escape. He'd have had mere seconds to open the hidden compartment, retrieve the dummy, then open the secret door and make a swift escape. But I'm sure he was confident. He would have rehearsed countless times to the point where it was second nature. He'd barely need to think about what he was doing because... So he opened the compartment, took out the dummy, checked everything was in order, and then went to leave. With his left hand, he reached for the button, and suddenly, his heart skipped a beat. It wasn't there. Much like when you reach for your keys but find your pocket empty, his mind needed a moment to process what was going on. Instinctively, his left hand would keep feeling around for the missing button, maybe for another second or two, until the bottom of the box gave way. With the stakes being as high as they were, just a 2-second delay cost him everything. The authorities would find nothing suspicious and conclude that his death...
When in reality, someone switched the boxes. But how would they be able to make the switch without being noticed? That would be difficult to pull.
It would have to have been someone who knew that he was left-handed and who could move his props around.
We already know who it
arousing
is. It's
suspicion.
so obvious.
Isn't that right, Lorenzo?
Wow,
Just
Lorenzo.
couldn't let sleeping dogs lie, could you?
Lorenzo, you're so mid, it's not even funny. You're the middest person. Lorenzo, you want to talk about having a middest name? Oh, you have the middest mustache, you got the middest freaking eye color and freaking glasses and outfit, bro. You look like you're about to go, fight Alexander Hamilton in freaking court, bro. Shut the frick
Not
up.
a lot of people who'd go to all this trouble for
Hey,
some
you.
magician who died 10 years ago. I didn't want to have to do this, you know. Silencing you the hard way just creates more problems for me.
You
to
can't
keep, and
silence
I
us.
gave you your chance.
Bro has
I
the
hoped you'd
man
do
in
what's
black.
You mean Gemma? So
Yes, although however stubborn she might be, she was never much of a liability. But you, people, you never even knew him, but for some reason you just wouldn't. Which is why you can't leave the...
Like, you think you're gonna be like, oh, you can't leave here. Shut up, bro. I'm about to smack you all.
Seems like an emergency.
You're getting hit by rats? Oh, that's crazy. Oh, you're getting hit by a cat? That's crazy. Oh, a magician's bullying you? That's crazy, bro. Oh, all the fur's coming out? Oh, yeah. Oh. Kill yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, you have this big mechanism and you think we're scared? No.
Mind the side effect.
allow me.
Staying off.
Oh,
here comes the finale.
Let the show begin!
I'm always watching.
You could have crit that. Miko, you could have crit that. Miko, you could have crit that. Miko! Oh my freaking god! Not a freaking... KO'd by a card.
Had enough yet, Lorenzo? Your cronies can't help you. I think it's high time you started talking. And what I'd really like to know is...
If I had a Mora for every time you said that man's name. Of course you idolize Caesar. Everyone else did. He was just an amateur who did cheap tricks for gullible children. I was the one who made magic into the fine art it is today. The aristocrats doffed their hats to me.
So it was jealousy.
Jealousy. Hatred, more like. I hated Caesar. All he cared about was his magic. He lived and breathed it.
So you killed him, man?
Poured everything into his street performances
So you
and his
killed him.
stupid tours like it was just a hobby to him. Never bothering to think about Mora.
So you killed a man because he didn't. His main thing was to think about the freaking performance instead of getting more from the performance. You dumb. You're so dumb. You're so. Why do we have idiots like you in this freaking game? Because it seems like I'm the smart one here, and that's saying a lot.
But the people loved
You want to talk about it?
didn't they? Oh, how they looked up to him. No one gave
I
me a second look. All I ever heard was, "Oh, your master's amazing, isn't he?" Amazing. Yeah, so amazing that he was completely broke. Every other apprentice was living it up at their master's expense, but no, not me. I put in all the work, mastered all the skills, and it brought me. He forbade me from using magic to trick people out of their Mora. There was nothing he hated more than that. And with his reputation in Fontaine, it was too risky for me to go it alone. As long as he was alive, if I dabbled in my own brand of money-making magic, he would expose me, and it would destroy me. I had to kill him.
There's no
There was no other way.
There's so many ways.
He had to go.
I don't know how to...
And this was your only motive?
It was reason enough. What other motive would I need?
I don't know. There could have been a better
I was under
motive.
the impression that there might have been other factors at play. For instance, maybe you were in love with Gemma, but she was engaged to Caesar.
In love with Gemma? Don't be ridiculous.
Guess I was wrong about that then. Next question. Are you the Phantom Weasel?
I am. Caesar was so strict with me.
Well, you wasted our
Insisted
time.
that his way was
Thanks.
the right way. That the sole purpose of magic was to bring joy to the world. I never bought into any of that. I was more interested in the practical value of magic. Sure enough, it helped me fill my pockets with all kinds of valuable treasures.
Okay, but why would I care?
Oh, yeah! Charlotte told us that the weasel would steal whatever
The Alcan one
no
is...
matter how much it was worth.
Sounds tired.
That's just how it looked from the outside. What would any thief want with second-rate loot? I've only ever targeted high-value items. I stole cheap things as a way of practicing my craft. It was other people's overactive imaginations that conjured up the preposterous image they then dubbed the Phantom Weasel.
So, that's the story, huh? Well, I hope you're ready to tell it all over again during your trial.
What choice do I have? You're a pack of wolves, and you've got me between your jaws. You've seen what's here, and my last-ditch effort to stop it getting out has failed. What else can I do? So be it. I've enjoyed power and wealth for the last 10 years, the likes of which Caesar could never give me. I wouldn't choose for things to end this way, but I regret nothing.
You're kind of
Very
trash.
well. In that case, I'll contact the guards. Traveler, Paimon, Keep an eye on Lorenzo for me. I'll meet you just outside the workshop when I'm back.
Wow, you wasted my time, Lorenzo.
At least I can finally stop looking over my
There you go. Hope you get some of my spit in your frickin' eye, loser. Anyways. Wasting my time! Thank you! Oh my god, thank you. I totally didn't want to do anything else but to waste my time in these missions. At least I knew, at least I found out a little lore on Lyney and Lynette, I guess. But I didn't get nothing Lynette stuff. I better get a Lynette frickin' hangout.
Well, I just found out how the boat system works properly.
Well, Mariah, I'm so proud of you.
Lyney has told me the whole story. Lorenzo, do you confess to the murder of Caesar and to framing him for the Phantom Weasel's crimes?
You talk about Nutella at all?
Look who's finally developed a conscience. What kind of disciple murders their own master? I hope it was worth it, because there'll be hell to pay.
Looks like it's all over. What should we do next, Lyney? Should we start preparing for your show?
Let me think. Let's rendezvous with Lynette and Gemma first. With Lorenzo in custody, Gemma will no longer have to fear for her safety.
Good point! We should go tell Gemma the good news right away! It'll give her some peace of mind for sure!
Gemma, we found out who the loser that killed your frickin' husband was. He's now in bars. Oh yeah, you wanted me to look at Child, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, what do
See
we
if you
have
unlock
here?
anything after the quest. Because I don't even know the quest.
Leroy, get out of my frickin' face.
No, because you personally texted me earlier and I'm like, I'm not talking to you right now.
There's no update.
Well, I don't know shit about the story quest, so. No spoiler. All I know is that something said happened with Child and you get something of Child, so.
You were so quick. I've only just finished my third dessert.
Anyway, now I'm gonna watch the two dancers.
Well, it's fine. I'll shift to exercise mode and jog off the excess sugar.
That's besides the point.
Point taken.
Did everything go okay?
Of course! Lorenzo was no match for us. The guards are taking him into custody as we—
Gosh, that's amazing. I'm sorry. I still didn't know if I could trust you. I had my suspicions about Lorenzo.
Do you want to fight the other version of the,
It's okay,
ladies?
but you don't need to—
The couple together or
I
not?
always wanted to report Lorenzo. He took all of Caesar's property. I was so afraid. I was scared he'd do something terrible to me. And then no one would be left to visit Caesar's grave. So I thank you all.
They over here adding tears in this game. That's not allowed. How? That's not
Characters
allowed.
crying? Showing emotion? No.
Not allowed
Never.
because it's actually physically saddening.
Thank you all for clearing Caesar's name. I never would have guessed that Lorenzo was the real Phantom Weasel. He never showed any signs that there were problems between him and Caesar in public.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we
To think that
be
lowlife's
friends?
been living life to the fullest all this time, while Caesar's name was getting dragged through the mud.
Because
At
you're
least his
mid and you
soul
need to
can finally
finish
rest in
him.
peace now, thanks to your efforts.
That's stupid.
No, it's not stupid. It's called doing the quest.
Before it was too
Don't blame yourself, Gemma.
No, it's not dumb. It's called everyone had to do it, so you
still
also have
the
to do
rest
it.
of your life to live.
Suck it up.
Cheer up, Gemma. My brother's doing a magic show at the Opera House tomorrow evening. Would you like to? This show will be a special one. We're holding it in Caesar's honor.
I could watch the dance.
In Caesar's honor.
Like hours, bro.
Thank you.
Great. We'll see you tomorrow evening. Travel, Paimon, don't be late.
Don't worry, we'll be there. No way are we gonna miss it.
Okay, guys, magic show. But I'm gonna be very scared because I'm very scared of.
Oh shit, D&D time.
You kids see this?
You might want to turn, if you're broadcasting, you might want to turn off share audio.
How do I do that? Include audio and video clips. Include audio and include microphone audio. I don't know which one I'm include microphone audio from headset or PlayStation camera. Include microphone audio from headset or PlayStation. What the frick? I don't know which one. So I have to go to settings and do advanced setting. Advanced. I can't find it. Okay. Okay. Oh, there we go. Showed your boy, tell him. That's not how that works. No. Right, suck it up. I'm gonna go see an opera show now. Ta-ta! We already passed Danganronpa, sorry. I thought you liked dancing. What do you mean it's more past thing? Mariah, you're such a fake fan. No! They don't allow fake fans in Fontaine! Suck it up. I don't even think I'll be allowed to go to work because I don't have a ride. No, really? It's a little bean. Rose, what kind of food? How the frick? It better be a buffet or something. Better be some gourmet freaking dinner, bro. Hey, the dog needs to eat nice.
Paimon's excited to see another of Lyney's magic shows! Not this time. My brother's going solo today, so I'll be watching with you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The great magician Lyney has prepared a spectacular show for us all tonight.
Thank you all so much for coming. Now, prepare to join me on a journey through the mystical and miraculous.
Please make it an animation. Bro, we don't even get to see his performance. I call Greg.
Yes.
I want a refund.
It reminds me of him.
Waste of my time.
Caesar was a famous magician too. So,
Well, I was out on the street once. Children love magic because they're willing to believe in things that can't be rationally explained. Caesar had this, and somehow I felt drawn to him too. So I went up and asked him to do a trick for me. It was with a flower. He took it in his hand, snapped his fingers, and I was so happy that day.
What you cooking?
No one had ever given me a...
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh, that's why it
actually,
took so long.
Now that you mention it,
Did you wash your rice?
I've done that one before.
Is that right? Then I suppose he's a romantic at heart, just like Caesar. After all,
leave him
you
be.
never know when the people dearest
the rice
to you
had
might
to be good.
Be gone.
It's always the dog.
That's right. Paimon.
Right. Yes, you can breathe easy now.
See? Even Lynette says... Wait, the Phantom Weasel? Lorenzo escaped? Where is he?
What do you mean?
As Lyney once said, a performer's job is to commit fully to their role and put on a flawless performance for their audience. But once the bag of tricks is empty and the curtain falls, it's time to end the show. The spotlight is no place for... It's been 10 years, Gemma.
Go.
Aren't you tired of the grieving widow act? I think it's time to put an end to it.
What are you talking about? Traveler, Paimon doesn't like where this is going.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will now be a brief intermission, after which Lyney will perform the most electrifying act. The final performance will take place outside of the Opera House.
The Phantom Weasel never did like public place. Don't worry, this place will be quiet soon.
Huh? Pause.
Dear me, this is awkward, isn't it? And unfortunately, I'm all out of gadgets, so I'm afraid this is a big mistake for a magician to make. But
Lyney, don't we have more? Lynette accused Gemma of being the real Phantom Weasel a moment ago. Oh, what the heck's going on?
all in good time.
Really? Well then,
Let's go back to the very beginning. A decade ago, when the Phantom Weasel was terrorizing the court of Fontaine. She never missed a target, never left a trace, and no treasure was safe from her thieving hand. But as her infamy grew, so did the readiness of the police, and her opportunities to act became ever fewer. Every day, she ran the risk of being exposed for who she was. Of course, she could not simply take this lying down, and before long, she found her ticket to freedom. She would create a scapegoat, a false weasel to close the chapter on her. After weighing her options, she set her sights on a renowned magician, Caesar. After all, magic and theft shared enough similarities for people to buy the story when the truth came out.
So being the master deceiver she was, the weasel easily earned Caesar's trust. Now all that remained was to frame him for her countless crimes. But as she was considering how to make her move, she noticed Caesar's aggrieved pupil, and a new thought entered her mind. Maybe I don't need to get my hands dirty after all. At her encouragement, Lorenzo tampered with Caesar's magic box, causing him to fall to his death. Afterwards, Lorenzo seized his master's property, and the weasel set about tarnishing Caesar's reputation. Two co-conspirators committed the perfect crime.
I've got to hand it to you. You're both exceptional storytellers. It's enough to make even me wonder whether there was really another But I just have one question. You seem to think that I am the villain in this
Don't worry. Lorenzo said nothing at all. But I never believed that he was the weasel. And in fact, my investigation only made me more certain of that. He was too forthcoming with his confession, as if there was something else he was trying to hide.
How disappointing. So you'd sooner trust Lorenzo than me? Even without a shred of evidence?
A magician is an expert at playing the audience to get the result they want. And with a little help from Lorenzo, you put on a very convincing... Caesar was maligned and hated by all for 10 years, but you? Everyone sympathized. Who would suspect for 1 second that the lovely young lady always seen weeping in front of Caesar's grave was actually the mastermind behind his demise?
Nah,
no,
bro.
Lady.
Oh my god, I hate women. Oh my god. No. Oh my god.
So you mean
women suck, bro? Oh my god.
Gemma and Lorenzo were both in on it?
Bro, I was lied to. No. The women lied to me.
Why
The woman lied to me.
And why didn't he sell her out even at the end instead of admitting
I don't have balls.
Yes, why indeed? Maybe Gemma
No, you said
herself
welcome
could
to
enlighten
the
us on that question.
I'm not, but this woman right here, I want to punch her in the jaw.
Well, Lyney, if you're so confident in your version of events...
I'm not gonna touch that.
Then I think the answer should be obvious. Having killed Caesar with his own hands...
That's how you
Lorenzo
touch
was
it!
plagued by overwhelming guilt. Revealing the Phantom Weasel's true identity would serve no purpose. But if the weasel remained free...
An excellent answer.
Is that right? Well, don't let me bore you.
As a matter of fact, there's one thing I'd Why would the real weasel have targeted things that only have value to other people? Could you share?
Of course. After all, we're just telling stories here, aren't we? If I had to guess, I would say that the real weasel must have had a terrible childhood. Left to fend for herself after her parents died young.
Well, I don't
Betrayed,
care about your
she'd
childhood.
scrounge waste paper from garbage. This was her only source of happiness in life. But it was all she needed, and she was content. Once again, she was betrayed. And this time, everything was taken from her. She felt like life was a miry pit that dragged her further down the more she struggled to escape. This was a fate too cruel for anyone to bear. I detest the happiness of others. I will rob them of everything they hold to be good and true. And it will fill the void.
That's some pretty...
Now it all makes...
Does this story...
Yes, it is quite to my tastes. Thank you for...
Huh. That's right. What drove you to write that letter? Because without that, none of this would have ever come to light.
She didn't write the letter.
After 10 long years, I'd hoped that the Phantom Weasel would be consigned to the history books by now. But Lyney, or should I call you the Phantom Copycat now? You were the one who posted that letter outside the opera.
Very sharp, Phantom Weasel. Well, no need for me to be coy about it. Our goal, the most straightforward way to change the public's impression of Caesar, was to force the Weasel to show themselves.
That's it?
Of course we did. We made it quite clear in the letter, I believe. I shall take from you that which you hold most dear, just as you did to me 10 years ago.
10 years ago? Wait. Oh, I get it. You were those two obnoxious kids. It's been so long, and you're all grown up now. He taught you magic back then, didn't he? For what, 10 days or something? And you went to all this trouble.
We remember all our debts, however great or small. 10 years ago, Caesar's reputation was torn to shreds, and his legacy was thrown out. 10 years on, and no one cares what the truth is anymore. But we didn't...
And? What exactly did you take from me? I'm still standing.
Free? Caesar once told me that even though the world is filled with... I think that applies to you too. Truth can take many forms. Prized possessions with nostalgic value, fervent hopes and dreams, and irreplaceable people. Life took many things from you, and those wounds never healed.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that for the last 10 years, you've been living a rather uneventful life. Back to Lorenzo, he knew who you were and the things you'd done, and despite that, he was willing to give everything up for your sake. You're more than just accomplices in murder. You're the only real friends each other has. So I think you know, deep down, but that truth is gone now. And I guarantee you.
Congratulations on your freedom, Gemma.
Ooh! That is so clean.
Your freedom will cost you dearly. From now on, you'll be all alone in a world full of lies.
Gather round, one and all. I'm sure you're all...
A high-altitude escape?
I'm sure you all remember, but we have now learned...
Guess that's my cue to leave. Traveler, Paimon, I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. There may be a lot of people watching tonight, but you alone are my true witnesses.
Lyney, wait. You two hid a lot from Caesar. He went to his grave without ever knowing your secrets. So what about now? You don't have to tell lies to end up isolated and alone.
You're wrong. I'm nothing like you.
Huh.
So,
Like Lyney said, when you're ready, let's head outside.
But what about Gemma?
She'll figure out what's best for her soon enough. Oh, and if you'd like to see Lynn...
All right. Well, let's go and watch Lyney's finale then. This trick's a pretty dangerous one, but...
How?
Sometimes...
Magicians are not like thieves, only tear things apart. But good-hearted
You're a failure in life. What's wrong with Dainsliff? Oh Lord, it's gonna be your date. It's gonna be his date, bro. Oh God. Yep. Oh Lord, that's so bad. That is so bad, Leroy. She's dead.
Magic should be mysterious, surprising, and defy logic. Magic is hard work. Every single movement has to be practiced thousands of times.
Where's Lynette?
It's alright. We're used to that.
Oh my god.
We're sorry. You've taught us so much, but we can't tell you the whole truth.
It's okay. Do you still remember what I told you? This world is full of lies and falsehoods. I only hope that one day you can find your own truth.
What about you? Have you found your truth?
Magic is my truth. I want to perform a magic trick so great that people will always think of me when they talk about it. For a magician, what greater honor could there be?
Look! Behold! Lyney is sealed inside the box. Will he manage to escape? 10 years ago, Caesar attempted this very trick, and it was at this precise moment that...
Lyney! Watch out!
Mysterious. Surprising. And logic-defying. Isn't that right? This honor belongs to you, Caesar. I'm just sorry it's a little late.
Did you see that?
How could he possibly have...
How mysterious.
What a heart-stopping magic show! Caesar's name has finally been cleared, and Fontaine's new...
Looks like everyone really loved Lyney's grand finale. Paimon doesn't see Lyney anywhere. Wait. Oh, Lynette said he'd be waiting for us at the usual hunt. But, oh, you mean the one? Yeah, that's probably it. All right, let's go look for him.
Bruv. Bro, let them live. Leave them alone. Let's go! The big whammy.
Lyney! There you are. Are you alright? Paimon was...
Magic is a performance art. A magician has to get creative to keep the audience on tenterhooks. That's our job. So I tweaked Caesar's original setup a little to keep it fresh. I was honestly a little nervous during the live performance. The thought of falling, suddenly feeling weightless, seeing the sky and the ground spinning and spinning. Sometimes, I can't help but wonder what Caesar thought in those final moments. Did he regret taking Gemma and Lorenzo on? Or did he believe that it was his own slip-up right until the end?
You know, Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something ever since we were in Caesar's workshop. You learned magic from Caesar once, didn't you? When was that?
After I joined the House of the Hearth. To be honest, Lynette and I had an agenda when we approached him. I told you about my past before, remember? As a young boy, I survived by secretly learning magic from street performers. I'd watch their tricks and try to figure out how they were done. But I quickly realized that observation alone could only get me so far. What I saw was the polished final performance, but the rigorous training they put in behind the scenes remained invisible to me. I needed to learn how to improve my sleight of hand, hone my misdirection skills, and make niftier props. We were gifted enough that we'd made some progress by ourselves, but without proper guidance from a professional magician, we quickly plateaued.
So that's why you sought Caesar out?
Yes. We figured there was no harm in asking. In all, we only spent For instance, when he asked why I wanted to learn magic, I answered, it's my passion. But in truth, there was already a lot more to the story by then. After being taken in by an aristocrat for our magic talent, then betrayed soon after, this was no longer about me doing what I loved. What amazed me was how the lie escaped my lips. Trust is a beautiful thing. Sadly...
Lyney...
Still worried about the way I feel? But don't worry, I'm used to it now. From the mansions of the elite to the house of the hearth, lies and selfishness have followed me and Lynette everywhere we go. After Caesar went on tour, we became busy with our missions. The next we heard of him was that he'd fallen to his death, and was now declared to be the Phantom Weasel. That night, I remembered his smile. But as I lay there, I didn't know what to say to him. To keep secrets is to put up walls. The longer you keep them up, the less you let people in. Then, one day, you look around and realize your life is like an empty auditorium after a show, full of seats once occupied by all the people who left. But I guess that's the price we have to pay. You only realize how much someone really meant to you when you lose them completely. That's why I was so confident this would hurt Gemma. Because I felt it for myself.
Yeah, cheer up, Lyney. We've had to say our fair share of goodbyes during our journey, too. But whatever happens, Paimon always believes in what tomorrow brings. Delicious food, fun toys, and the Traveler by my side. You know, Traveler, doesn't that kind of make you Paimon's truth?
Exactly. It's the same for me and Lynette. We are the truest thing each other has in the world, and nothing can Life has taken plenty. That's why the darkness never All right. Time to lighten this conversation.
It was amazing! Paimon just, Lyney...
Whoa, that's a bit of a tall order, I'm afraid. The show's just finished, so my sleeves are decidedly card...
Aw, come on!
Oh, all right then. Watch closely. I have a flower in my hand.
You liar! There's nothing in your hand! We ain't going along with this!
Huh? My goodness, you're right!
3?
Now, have another look around. Maybe the...
Really? Let's see.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Wow, there it is! Oh, this is a different flower from the last time, right? This one's called, but more importantly, Paimon has to know how the trick is done, please!
Well, if you want to learn magic, you'll have to start...
Fine!
Since you asked so nicely, I'll share one little tip with you. Namely, the student...
Is that it?
Ah, look at the time. We shouldn't linger here too long. Thanks again for coming to see my show. I bid you... I look forward to seeing you...
All right, shall we head back now, too? Oh, Paimon can't wait to read the Steambird tomorrow. Paimon bets Let's head to the Steambird's offices tomorrow morning.
Oh my god, this is still going? What? Oh, cool. Aw. Just yes. Reinhardt from Full Metal Alchemist?
I'm very sorry.
Oh, please, Lyney, I'll only... Huh? What's happening here? I spent all night writing my piece about the Phantom Weasel, but just as dawn broke, I suddenly received news that Caesar's fiancée, Gemma, had contacted the guards and confessed to having...
That was quick.
Too late, bro.
That was quick, you say? It sounds like I've got some catching up to do. Aha! My instincts did not lead me astray. You do have something to hide. Gemma turning herself...
Maybe watching my high-altitude escape trick reminded her of a better time with Caesar.
Huh. Okay, then. Wait, no, there must be more to it. If that's all it took for her to have a change of heart... Oh, I remember now. You and Gemma were nowhere to be found. Quickfire question. Where did you all go after...
Oh, we went to the cemetery and Lyney did a private magic trick. Actually, glad you mentioned it, because that reminds Paimon. Guess what?
What? I don't recall ever having received a rainbow rose from you myself. Is this supposed to mean that they're more important to you than your own sister?
No,
What the... This is...
Seems like this interview wasn't meant to be. Well, forgive my persistence, but when there's explosive... Apparently, one of the things she said to the guards was that her final wish is to see Lorenzo one last time. There's clearly a... All right, I guess I'll leave you to continue the rest...
Lynette?
Don't...
Oh, really?
Phew. You and me both, Paimon. You and me both.
Please, take good care of that rainbow rose. I'd be really upset if you lost it.
Oh. I'm finally done. Thank God. I'm free!